Hello friends, welcome back to Learning Nails and Aesthetics. Today we have Beetles 6 colors. This is Fluorescent Fall. I have found these available on Temu as well as Amazon for less than actually ordering them directly from Beetles. I don't know if they are discontinued from Beetles, but they do have the expiration date, and this one is 2028. So that's a significant amount of time. It's not like it's going to expire anytime soon. Plus, they are small bottles, so we know that they could get used up fairly quickly. This does have the directions, a warning, a list of ingredients, storage, their address, which they have in New Jersey, TikTok, Instagram, designed in the USA, ingredients from USA, Germany, and UK, and then made in China. So I have been teasing these for a while that I was going to do them, so here we go. This was shrink wrapped. The collections that only have 6 just have this packaging here. This is not meant for keeping unless you're storing them in the box. It'd be good if you're traveling to keep that so there aren't any issues. They do have the color on the top. We're going to see if that matches. I do find that often it does not. So let's see. I can see where it would be difficult for them to match the color on the paper sticker as opposed to how it actually finishes on the nail. So, and in the bottom, if you can see that, it has the plastic. Let's see if I can get it out. For the bottle to set in for safety during shipping. That's pretty good, pretty good. Fits very well. As a comparison, let's see, I did this one before. Obviously many more bottles, but it comes in a container. It's very, very sturdy. It says Beetles. I love little things like that. They amuse me. And I think that this is 3D printed. It seems to be. Now, I don't know a lot about 3D printing, but I would venture to say it probably is. I did this one on another video. Of course, I don't recall which one it is, and it doesn't say because I no longer have the box. So, sorry about your luck. Now, what did I say this was? Fluorescent Fall 6 polishes. I did number these already, so we don't have to sit through that. So let's start with E292. E292. Which, why do I not see it? Because I'm crazy? Oh, because it's this one. Turn it this way. I do make these for every polish that I have. I just find it to be a lot easier for the client to see how it really finishes. Now, of course, this isn't going to cooperate. All right. There is some controversy whether you need to shake gel polish or not. With polishes that I have that are cat eye or have glitter, I put a small metal ball in the bottom, which I don't know what I did with them to show you, but I do have that. Oh, here they are. I believe I got them on Amazon. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I did. So to continue, where are we? E292. These are small bottles if you're familiar with Beetles. They do have larger sizes, but not in all the colors. And it says 7.5 milliliters, 0.25 fluid ounces. This is crazy orange. I don't know that I really see anything when I think of fall as fluorescent, but hey, let's just go with it, right? It is fairly vibrant. You would want to apply, well, I guess it depends on what you're doing with it specifically, but I would apply 2 layers, which you typically do with a color polish. Most people say no more than 5 layers total. That means total, with the base coat as well as any primers, top coats, any other polish. I guess if you're just doing some artwork, some fine lines that take up not so much space, then that may not count as a layer, but you have to seal that layer. So with something that is lifted off the nail a little bit, I would seal that with 2 layers of top coat. 294 is next. This one. Let's take this one. Let me know if you have these, if you've used these, if you are interested in purchasing these. I do not sell them, of course, but do know that Beetles is available on Temu as well as Amazon at a lower price. A lower price than ordering it on their website. Plus minimums, you know, to avoid shipping charges. I'm not too sure I like this magnetic thingy. I do like that it's magnetic, but I'm not too sure that I like that they are so close together. And next we have 296. Oop. Oh, that could have been a mess. Oh, back to the controversy about shaking gel polish. It will retain bubbles. This blue seems to be significantly thicker than the other ones, which I'm getting really sloppy here. So I am going to want to remove some of the polish, which I will take as much as I can off the brush. See if we can get this right. Less of an angle so it removes some. Can you see that? And you want to make extra sure that the thicker, more pigmented colors are cured. I always give them extra time. Now you can over cure, which can cause cracking. I have never had that happen though. So just to be safe, I would cure them twice, maybe letting them cool off. Some heat is produced by the lamp, especially if your lamp is enclosed like the one I use. 293. Aha, the pink. So keep that in mind. You always want to make sure that your product is cured 100%. I think I would rather deal with some cracking and redo it than possibly cause an allergy, or a client would think that you don't know when a nail is cured, that would be bad. So here we are with this pink. This one doesn't seem to be as thick as the blue was as far as the consistency. It does settle a little bit, but pretty much if you have a line, like I can see my brush strokes here, it softens a little bit, but it does not level completely. Keep that in mind. As with any polish, not just these. Because these are getting a little awkward to handle. These nails are dual forms. And this is a temperature changing polish. Of course, my hand's not warm enough to show you, but this says coffee. This is a little coffee cup, and I'm not finished with them. So that one's lightening up a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, I'm sure you were just dying to know that. Now, next, the purple, which is my favorite always. So, if you have a polish that has glitter, I'm going back to that again, or a cat eye, you do want to, we'll use the word agitate. Not really even sure if that's the right word, but you don't want to shake the polish aggressively. You could just kind of do this thing to it a few times. Set it completely upside down when you know you're going to use it ahead of time, so it has time to settle again. Not necessarily settle again, but it will help get rid of some of the bubbles if it has time to set up properly. And the last one, E295. Also, if you didn't, I know it's not Halloween anymore, but I did do the unboxing of the Beetles Halloween box, which was super cool. I just bumped that purple. Oops. Wipe that off. The green doesn't feel as thick as the blue. They do have a polish thinner. Do exercise major caution if you use one. It takes a very small amount, and make sure that you are mixing it thoroughly, like extra thoroughly. And maybe I wouldn't put it directly in the bottle. I would find something else to mix it into. That was a gash there from when I bumped it. And while you can still see the gash, it did kind of settle a little bit. If you can see that mark. So for this, we're just going to leave it. Let me know if you think that these match. I will cure them and then see how that goes. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other videos, the Milady Nails book, as well as the Milady Aesthetics book. Also, their companion book as Milady Foundations. I have chapters reading the entire book, and also chapter summaries. So, whilst we're... What? Why did that turn off? That can't be good. Uh-oh. Alright. curing, I could get, let's see, I have several other Beetles. Oh, of course, it's out of reach. I apologize, but I think I have 4 others of the Beetles boxes. One of them is the larger size, like I showed you at the beginning of this video. That one just arrived today, so I'm super excited about that. We'll also be doing a lot more things. I'm gonna try the sandwich nail dual forms. I could show you those real quick. We're still curing over here. And grab one of the large ones so you can see it better. They do have sizes, well, in this particular box, there are sizes, let's see, 0 through 14. That's a lot more sizes than many other sets of just the regular nails. These directions, I assume it's Chinese. At the bottom it just says, practice makes perfect. For newbies, we suggest practicing with a peelable base coat first before applying it for real. And then Mr. Nail there in the corner. Pretty sure I got these on Temu. This is the only English on the entire card. So, let's see how that works out. And of course, now that I've gotten into something else, these are cured. Because that's how I roll. So, if you can see this, there are, the edges are flat. And they have the lines when you, I hear anyway, that when you, I did look at some reviews for this, that you can see these lines on the finished nail. However, when you paint them, they disappear. You can buff them out fairly easily. They're not real deep. And these sit together like this. Obviously, I mean, you really can't mess up how they go together. You know, you couldn't like accidentally, you know, do it like that. That's what I mean. We can all mess it up. I know I can. So this would go, well, it doesn't, this is not the right size for me, but this goes under the free edge. This piece goes on top, and it does create a gap for what I would think is pretty much the perfect thickness that you would want, as well as an apex. But we will do that in another video, which won't be fun for me because I am right-handed, so it'll be mine. I'll be working with my non-dominant hand. That will be, I'm sure, extremely embarrassing, but might be entertaining to you. You can laugh at me. Okay, set that aside. Back to these, why we started this whole thing anyway. It is a little awkward that you can see my marker through some of them. I don't think that it's necessarily like a lack of pigment like these two. You can see the orange, you can see my marker through it, but you can't on the blue. I think it's just the nature of the color. I don't think that it's, you know, now I have the hiccups. I don't think one's any better than the other necessarily, but you know, just so you know. Let's just paint half of this so we can see in comparison the difference between one coat and 2 coats. I like to do this so my clients can see that as well. Helps them decide. And I am using non-copyrighted music. It is free. And I love it. I love Celtic music, Scottish music, medieval music, Viking music. Of course, I'm Irish. Red hair and all. And my husband is Scottish. Kind of got gypped on the accents, though. Both of us did, as far as that goes. I would love to have a cool accent. I'm so jealous of people who do. Alright, we can see some obvious difference on the yellow. Very little, I think, on the green so far. It may look different after it's cured. Not real likely, though. But again, thin layers. So I scrape some off of the brush. Last one on the pink. This yellow looks a little globby. It probably is a little thicker than it should be. Now keep in mind the coverage with these, I don't think there'd be that much of a difference if you put them on a white or a black base or on the natural nail. Like some colors will be different. I'm going to scrape off some of this yellow. Well, let's don't call it scraping. I think that sounds unprofessional, maybe. Let's remove some. That sounds better. So, now I have to think of something to talk about while I cure these. What could we talk about? Oh, movies. I need movie suggestions. Netflix, Amazon, and oh my gosh, I can't. Paramount. What are good movies that you have watched, or a series? We need something else. We watched, I know, a little late to the game, but Aquaman the other night. That was pretty good. There's one, I don't recall if it was Netflix or Paramount, but I think it's called The Way Home. That was interesting. Okay, so I have to talk for like at least 10 more seconds. So movie suggestions, I need some. Let me know what you like. And also what, don't watch. Oh my gosh, the don't watch. I believe it's Netflix, and it was the OA. Horrible. It starts out pretty good, where you think, oh, this is going to be a good movie. Not so much. Do not watch that. Actually, it's a series. They call it part 1 and part 2, but there are several episodes in each part. So just read the reviews. It's horrible. I wish I would have read the reviews first. I couldn't even make it through the whole thing. Anyway, here we go. If we look closely, I think there's very little difference as far as the coverage in the purple, and maybe some in the blue. The green is very little as well, so is the orange. The pink, there is some. And the yellow, I think it just made it look kind of lumpy. You do want to limit how many coats you're putting on the nail. Like I said before, most manufacturers will suggest a maximum of 5. That's what I've found. I think that the colors do match pretty good on their bottles. But if you have of course all nails have a nail shape, but if you have a shape like a coffin or something that is a little bit more defined, then you can actually lose that shape by putting too many layers on it. It just looks bulky. It's not attractive at all. So do keep that in mind. Just remove these and put them on the bottles. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I think these match very well, which doesn't happen very often. Most of the times they're fairly close, but oh man, I just put these stickies on here and that one just came right off. I don't like to leave them on the back of the nail because they get dirty, they collect dust, and that's not good. These are sticky and would need a top coat. When you wipe them, they become dull. Let's do that. Let's see. Get rid of the sticky here. So, like, as with any gel polish, there's very little stickiness though, so that's interesting. I wonder if it needs cured more. I don't think so. I think I timed it fairly well. Let me show you what it looks like when you remove the sticky layer. You are going to lose that shine. I remove it with alcohol. And there is a little bit of color. However, it is rock hard, so maybe it could have used a little more time, but this only still looks a little shiny because the alcohol has not dried. Now you can tell it's losing its shine. But you do want to seal any polish anyway with a top coat. So I think that'll do it for this video. I am going to apply top coat to these to bring it back, which they will just look like they did initially before I removed the sticky layer. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and check out my other videos. I know I've said it multiple times, but please do so. And let me know if there are products that you would like to see tested or certain techniques and things. I am a licensed esthetician as well as nail tech. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was entertaining or helpful to you. Thanks. Bye.